This is the SuperHero project. This project works exactly the same as the fashion project. So whether you're designing a shoe or a hat or a soccer uniform or a t-shirt or a superhero, it's all done exactly the same way. The only difference is the image you're grabbing from Google. So first I'm going to type in sketch superhero, and I'll find lots of sketches of superheroes. So I'm going to click on images, and I'm going to look for the superhero sketch I want to use. You don't have to use a Google image. You could draw it freehand if you want to, but if you don't want to, this is a simple way to grab a sketch already made. So I click on it to make it large, and then to save it on the Chromebook, you can do a screenshot, which is Control Shift and the square. You can, if it's on your phone or your tablet, you can click and hold and save it to device. You've got to get it saved either to your Chromebook or to your device. Once you do that, then you can go into your art app. I'm going to go into Chromecanvas. The rule is if you're importing an image into Chromecanvas, you have to select New From Image. It's the only way it'll work. You can't start a drawing and then add it. If you're using apps at home, you just add an image layer. So in Chromecanvas, you can see that it automatically made a new layer for me. The other programs are not automatic, so you're going to have to manually add a layer. But you want to have a nice, clean, fresh, empty layer above your image, which I have. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to trace my superhero. I'm going to use black. I'm going to make it pretty small, not too small. And I'm going to trace over him. Now I'm going to speed this up so you can see what it's like, but I'm just slowly, carefully going to trace over my superhero. So now that I'm done tracing, I want to get rid of the original image. So I go to my layers and I go to the layer that has the image and I hit the eyeball. And that's going to shut it off. And all the apps work this way. The only exception is Klecky. You got to just turn the opacity down to 0. But now the image is gone. All you see is my drawing. So now you can see those squares. We need to fix that. So I'm going to add a new layer and I'm going to put it at the bottom underneath. And I'm going to choose a white color and I'm going to make my brush really big and I'm going to brush over those squares. You got to make sure you're on your own layer. You can't do this on the layer where you traced because you'll cover up what you just did. So it's on a separate layer and it's underneath the black outline, and I'm coloring it all in, and now it looks much more finished. And you can see if I shut this layer off, the squares come back. So that's what I just did. And now I'm going to make a new layer, and this is where I'm going to color. Now this is important. My color layer, I'm going to drag it underneath the black outline, and then I'm going to start coloring it in. Now the reason this is so important is because you see how when I color it in, it doesn't interfere with the black outline. That's because I'm on my own layer. I'm underneath the black outline layer. So I don't have to worry about my colors painting over the black outline. It works really, really nicely. And if I go outside of the lines, which you can see I'm doing a little bit, I can go to the eraser and I can erase it, and it also won't touch the black because the black outline is on a totally different layer. I'm going to speed this up. That's it. So now I need to save. I click on the upper corner, upper 3 dots, save it, and then turn it into Otis. I do have his uniform. I have a big P because he is a psychic. That's his superpower. He can read people's minds.